Hello folks, how's it hanging? It's Papa Rat here. Today I am going to be showing you how to create custom raids in RimWorld using Character Editor. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm recording this ahead of time before I go out of town. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this one, maybe sometime next week. I just recently recorded the video where I use Character Editor to actually make a powerful pawn for you guys. I'm assuming that went up probably before you're watching this one, of course. But you guys are always asking me about tutorials and stuff on how to use Character Editor, and of course we do a lot of series where we have custom raids and enemies and stuff like that. So today I am going to show you how to do that. I am just going to be using vanilla RimWorld, of course, for the most part. We do have a few mods. Where's our mods? We have like the... It'll be in the video description. That'll be easier. It's the same ones that I use for the powerful pawn video, but let's say that you just spawned in with your three goofy ass looking crash landed pawns, your colonist, whatever, and you want to, you're like, or maybe I just want to play around with kind of some custom enemies and, have a more interesting story than before, and the vanilla factions and enemies aren't, they're not doing it for me, man. So, I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's do the Empire. So let's say that we just do a normal Empire raid. So, well, that's friendlies. We'll make them enemies. Okay, there we go. So now they are hostile towards us. So let's say that this guy was coming to kill you. All he has is some flak armor, a heavy SMG. I mean, that's about it, right? So if you use a character editor here, you can actually edit his traits. You can do whatever you want, but let's say we leave his traits alone and we just want to make him, look custom, like a custom enemy. Maybe he is a hulking abomination that the Empire has created. So we could change his skin color here by clicking on this, of course. We could call him something, Empire Frostling, and you'll have to click here to put a space between the name. So maybe we have him be an Empire Frostling, some type of monstrous abomination that the Empire has created. We'll change his skin color and turn him into a hulking creature. You could, of course, give him different tattoos here. None of these really fit. Maybe something like that's fine. We'll do a tattoo here as well. We'll do sun or something. Yeah, that's fine. Who cares? Just something that gives him a little bit of interest, right? He looks a little more interesting with stuff like that. We want to build a character that is a Frostling, right? And he's coming from the Empire. So let's do a slave body strap, just to make it kind of look like he is an abomination, some type of creature, right? So we'll do maybe Devil Strand. The red doesn't really contrast with the blue very good though, so what you can actually do is you can actually increase how this stuff looks in terms of its color. So you can actually make it lighter, darker, you can make it any color. It could be purple, and it keeps the material the same. So we'll give him a red slave strap. Let's give him a slice cap as well, right? That way it kind of looks like maybe it's something that's kind of holding together his head or something like that. We could make it red as well. We might want to change his, let's do average normal. It fits better. Yeah, and he kind of looks like a big hulking monster with a slice cap. We could give him a slave collar just for the shits and giggles, so it kind of looks like just a big abomination. And then, we'll give him some, maybe we'll give him like a, what would be a good ranged weapon for him? Let's go with a Hellsphere cannon might be good. Is there anything that might kind of be like frost? We can always change this to something, but I guess we'll go with the Hellsphere cannon for now. If we really wanted to, we could also change the color of the cannon if we feel like maybe we want it to be kind of blue or something to match maybe his color scheme, right? So now he's an Empire Frostling, which is an interesting enemy that we would have to fight. Now let's say though that, you made the Empire Frostling, you really like the Empire Frostling, and you think it's cool, but how do you create an entire raid of Empire Frostlings? All you have to do is use the save option. You're gonna see a lot of my old characters here. We'll put that on 18 just for an example. Yeah, so it's gonna ask you about like the freeholder and whatnot, where it's part of the Empire, but you would just load. It's gonna ask me that every single time now, unfortunately. This shouldn't really happen with other factions, most likely just the Empire because they have a title. But yeah, let's say you just want this custom enemy class and you want like a pretty good size raid raid of this custom enemy class, you can save them and load them in, and now look at that. We have a little raid of 9 of them that we're going to have to fight off. So you could do that. This is just an example of, like, you know, a type of enemy that you can make. Obviously, you could get really creative with it. You can always change their what's it called here? These xenotypes and whatnot. So there's that. And as you can see, they're going to completely slaughter us, I think. I forget how these work. Oh, they have to charge. Yeah. So there you go. Look at that. Empire Frostlings just destroyed us. But yeah, let's maybe try it one more time. Maybe this will give you guys some ideas for your own little creations. We'll go ahead and just clear out the Empire Frostlings. We have our man in black who can actually fight. Let's go ahead and do a Waster Pirates, I guess would probably be good. Yeah, we'll just do some Waster Pirates. So we have the raid from the Decay pack here. So you have this person whose name is Cameron. So let's say we want to make specific Waster Pirates. So you can actually come here, right here. You can come in and change it to a Waster, save and apply, and now you have a Waster enemy, of course. And of course, you can always destroy anything that they're currently using and give them something else. Maybe you want a royalty that you have to fight. You know, maybe you're going to do something like that. You can always do, let's see, we'll do a royal. So let's do something like this. We'll make like a fancy robe out of hyperweave. I'm trying to think of something interesting to do here to inspire you. We'll do red shirt underneath. So now we have like we could do like Waster King. So we have a Waster King now, and yeah, and we could give them like, you know, some kind of high-powered weapon or something like that. Let's say we end up giving them special weapon of sorts. So something maybe like the, how about the thump cannon? So the thump cannon looks pretty interesting. We'll have the Wasters spew acid, right? With a really high fire rate, some pretty good range, low range cooldown, aim time's pretty low, stuff like that, right? So that it's pretty good. And we could make it look more green because it's like a Waster weapon, right? So spewing feces at us, essentially. So we can make it like a dark, yeah, like a dark green. The colors don't always look too good. Sometimes when you use mods, they look a lot better depending on the mod that you're using. But now, you know, we have a Waster King. We could save the Waster King over our Empire Frostling, go ahead and spawn them in, and then we could go ahead and just change them. That way we have, you know, somebody else. We could do a gas mask, we could do a hood, we could do a lot of stuff, obviously. But if we're going to make royalty, maybe we do something like this. Maybe we kind of give them a royal attire, essentially. So these would maybe kind of be like the Waster King's henchmen, essentially. Something like that. We could do a vest. We'll probably want to do a flak vest, actually. We'll do legendary just for the sake of it. We could do flak pants as well. So this is kind of like an elite Waster soldier, right? And of course you can always, if you just want to give them random names, you could click here. It's going to randomize a specific name. This will randomize the full name, you know, but you could up the shooting or whatever. You can always change this. You can change the traits if you like as well. Skin color, maybe we do like a wider looking color. They almost look like skeletons, right? We could do that. We could give them a specific weapon maybe that they have as well, right? So let's do a chain shotgun that shoots, I don't know, what's a good one here? Tox shells. So we could do a chain shotgun that shoots tox shells, just because obviously they're Wasters, right? So we can save him over the Waster King, and now this person's name is Cans, so we'll go ahead and just make a lot of cans. So maybe now you're getting rated by, you know, the Waster royalty or something like that. You can click this to change their names. This way you have a bunch of kind of like almost like random people, right? You know, but they're not actually. I guess they are after a certain extent. You can always change their skin color, so you know they look slightly different. You can add a bit of just kind of difference to them. That way they don't all look the same and stuff. You can also, of course, let's make this one purple. Shit, who cares? You give them different forms and stuff though, and then you kind of see that you have like this little royalty Waster pack with other mods, of course, different armor mods and stuff. You could do all kinds of just crazy stuff. I mean, you really can. Possibilities with character editor are damn near endless. I'm not using the mod right now, but there is also a mod, the faction customizer mod, so you can honestly do that and it would allow you to change the name of this faction, stuff like that, and you could, oh yeah, look at that, we're shooting fire foam. This is, I'm using the same save from my previous video where I made a powerful pawn, so the revolver shoots fire foam because of that. But yeah, I mean, with faction customizer and stuff, you could quite literally, you can make, you know, different names, stuff like that. You can make them just amazing. Look at all that. They shoot tox bombs. It's probably very loud and you can't hear me, but they shoot tox bombs, and that is eventually going to end up killing him because of the toxic buildup. So if that's something you wanted to do, you could definitely do that, and just have like this massive waste empire that comes to attack you and just chokes everybody to death with their toxic buildup. Look at that. It actually grew very quickly as well. So that's pretty cool. You could also do something similar. Let me set up some Mechanoids. Maybe we'll make a little custom faction of that real quick as well. That might be fun. All right, so we have a Mechanoid here. It's a Militor. So let's say, for example, you want this Militor to drop certain items and they're part of a certain faction. You're like Mechanoids essentially, so you could actually get rid of the mini shotgun. Let's say we want this little guy to have a, I don't know, what might be fun. We could have him as a little cowboy. I don't think you can make him wear anything, but we'll try it. We could give him a revolver. Let's try a hat. Does that work? No. It's in his thing, but it says he's wearing it, but he doesn't have it on, which is cool. That's fine. He will drop it when he dies. But let's say you want these little guys to be a bunch of little cowboys or some shit. You know, whatever you want, man. The sky is the limit. So you'll notice when I do save a Mechanoid here on slot 18, it's not there. It doesn't have their name, but you can still click it to actually spawn them, which is fairly interesting. It works with any mechs, I think, except for Scythers, but you can maybe give them something. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll try that real quick. But you can even give them, you know, a bow and arrow, whatever you want to do. Like you can have a tribal Mechanoid like colony. That might be cool. Like you have to fight them off or something. Let's spawn in a Scyther real quick, and just for my own personal interest. Can you give them? Yeah, you sure can. Look at that. The Scyther actually has a flame bow. Whether or not he uses it, I'm not sure, but he does have one. So yeah, you could, I mean, create like tribal Mechanoids in terms of their weapons or cowboy mechs, whatever you want to do. I mean, with character editor, literally it is just amazing what you can do. And I have them all firing foam, so it's not a big deal, but let's see if this one can. Yeah, look at that. So the Scyther will actually shoot as well. So maybe you want Scythers that actually can shoot weapons and stuff at you, and it kind of looks like he's holding the bow, so that would be perfect for a tribal thing. Let's see if we can add any. Can we give you any tribal gear that you'll wear? I don't think so. Yeah, no, they don't wear it, but that's okay. You know, I mean, you might be able to find a mod or something that makes it so that they can. The sky is the limit. I know I keep saying that over and over, but truly it is with character editor. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been another kind of half-assed character editor tutorial. But you guys really have asked about it previously and stuff, so I thought you guys might enjoy something like this. But I hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, I am still out of town this week that I'm currently recording this, so I should be back fairly soon and making some more videos for you guys. But I love you ever so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.